Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Willard Outreach faction, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road in the snow. That's right, Willard Off-Road in the snow has returned. Like we have a choice because, you know, it's snowing for 2 weeks. GTA Online, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just everywhere. So, you know, lemons lemonade. However, this is actually my favorite Willard Off-Road offshoot series of the 2 offshoot series that exist. But hey, still, I have a favorite. You know, it's like if you have 2 kids, well, I don't have a favorite. I love them both equally. No. Willard Off-Road at the races, you are inferior in every way to Willard Off-Road in the snow. So you're just going to have to live with that and get a therapist. Anyway, the premise is basically the same. We take vehicles and drive them up Mount Chiliad, and we rank them by how long it takes them to reach the top, and then we drive them back down just to see how well they can be controlled in a downhill scenario, and then we fling them off the side of the mountain because cargo boom. And so, you know, it's a good time, and we have a lot of fun with it. Unless you happen to be driving a Willard Outreach faction, and then it's maybe not such a good time. This car is going to do something that no other car in any incantation of Willard Off-Road has ever done, and you'll see in a little bit. But yeah, struggled a little bit there, just lost grip and couldn't continue upwards, so slowly, cautiously, on the accelerator, but that's brakes when you're going backwards because reasons. Just trying to get the car going forward again, but it's just not having it. The back wheels in this thing just have no grip whatsoever. It is either they're not moving or they are spinning frantically. And because it struggled in this section, I've sped this up by quite a good chunk. You can still see how long it's taking. But, you know, I figured we would, you know, not spend the whole time just watching it struggle. However, big push. Every vehicle, and sometimes we make exceptions, but for the most part, every vehicle gets 3 attempts at a section on a mountain. So if it fails the first time, we'll give it 2 more tries. This is that 3rd try, and we all know that sirens make a car faster. Even if it's sitting still, it's going faster than if the sirens were off. So I turned the sirens on so that I could go faster. I have never modulated the throttle more in my life in GTA Online than with this. Thought it was gonna fail, but then right there managed to find just a fraction of grip and finally got it up. We're 4 minutes into this run. Yes, thankfully the sirens are now off. I appreciate that they've put a different type of siren on this vehicle, but it's obnoxious. So yeah, but we'll still leave the blinky lights on, and there should be a blinky light in the front windshield. You can kind of see it when we go into some shadows and things. For whatever reason, the light that spins and should be lighting up like the side of the hills and going out over the hood from the dashboard, that light projects from directly underneath the car. It's very noticeable at night. If I remember, I'll add a clip. If I kept the clip. I don't know if I kept the clip or not. But if I have a clip, I will include a clip of where the light projects from. And here's me thinking, did I delete that already? I think I did. Anyway, so yeah, this is not based on the stock faction. This is based on the lowrider faction. So because of that, we have a police car that has lowrider stance that you can't avoid, and lowrider hydraulics, as well as the just ultra chromed out suspension. We'll see that during the damage descent. The whole undercarriage of this car is just bling. And it kind of cracks me up because instead of Rockstar saying, hey, my chair just made a popping noise. We're going to take the faction that's broken when it goes over a curb. Yeah, a bush got me. But we're going to take the faction that's broken over a curb. No. And fix that? No, we can't have that. That would be effort. Let's just use the lowrider. I guess we should just be thankful it wasn't the donk. I mean, I hate that thing. I hate the donk so much. I hate donks in general. I just think they're ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of car culture. Like, I am a car guy. I love cars. From boring appliance cars all the way up through crazy hybrid cars. I love cars. And even though I can't really, like appreciate, like, you know, find value for myself personally in some parts of car culture, I can at least understand it, you know, and get where they're coming from and all of that. Donks, however, I cannot wrap my head around. Let's lift up a basic Cooper sedan 1.5 feet into the air, put the smallest wheels with the smallest sidewall tires on it, and that's appealing? I can't. I've never understood donks whatsoever. So trying to granny run immediately got bushed. So once again, we're gonna speed this up because, you know, this is just bad. This is just an unfortunate series of events all together. That was attempt number 2, and here we go. We are about to have. Okay, maybe it's now. Once the footage slows down, maybe I gave it more than 3. I was feeling generous because I almost made it on that one. That's what it was. But yeah, this is a first ever. Before this vehicle, there was something that had never happened in Willard Off-Road. No vehicle had ever gotten this high up on the mountain, only to then not be able to make this final climb and wind up in a situation that is just really unfortunate. It's a DNF this high up the mountain, which I guess some vehicle had to finally do it after 8 years. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to do the damage descent. With a little help from Commander Hobo, just giving me some nudges with his Rancher XL, we got it up to the ramp, and we're going to do the damage descent. Anytime a vehicle DNFs, we don't do the controlled descent for the most part. Every once in a while there's exceptions, but usually not. We just go straight to the damage descent if we can get it to the ramp. A lot of times I blow up the vehicle for failing, but I didn't want to drive this back up. That's all it comes down to. I did not want to blow it up, have to go back down the mountain and call it back in and then drive it back up. Because that took 8.5, 9 minutes. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the timer, but yeah. The standard faction in dry conditions was just under 4 minutes at 3:56, almost 57. Like, would have been like 2/1000ths of a second below 3:7. Never tested the faction custom or the donk in any conditions because I don't own them and I will not own them. I owned them the day they came out to make videos about them. Yes, I've been making GTA Online new car videos. Not that long. And immediately sold them both because, one, a Buick Grand National should not be a lowrider. And that's what this car is based on. It just shouldn't be a thing, and I find that to be abhorrent in every way possible. And 2, see previous conversations about donks. So yeah, I don't know either one of them, so never tested it. Just the regular faction that sits in my garage looking like a pretty Buick. It's just like this one, honestly. They're both solid black, same upgrades. Yeah, they're pretty much identical cars. And this one's just going to sit as well because it's not very nice to drive. But we are down for our damage descent. 1 minute, 51 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Outreach faction. All of the windows have busted out. Most of the lights are gone. The hood and the front left fender are both missing. The doors and the trunk will not close. It does have bent wheels, and there is pretty pronounced body damage. We'll take a look at Commander Hobo's support vehicle there, and it is Yeah, looking rough. But that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. One that I've been really looking forward to, the Canis Terminus Patrol. I have been a fan of this thing ever since the original Terminus came out, just because it's really good off-road. If I'm not mistaken, it's like in the top 10 for regular Willard off-road. I think it's like number 7, which that's not bad considering we've tested like close to 500 vehicles in Willard off-road. It's kind of impressive. So I was expecting very good things. I love driving in the snow. I love off-roading. And here we go. I just get to do all of that together in one place. And it has winky blinky lights. So no sirens though. I collected quite a body count with this truck, car, Jeep. Yeah, a lot. Like I wound up with one of them, I think, twice driving this thing. But want to remind you that a few things. First of all, you need to be playing Willard Off-Road Bingo. God, there was no segue there whatsoever. I just totally boop, jump tracks, new topic. Play Willard Off-Road Bingo. There is a link in the description down below. If you get a bingo, leave a comment telling us, say, bingo. Make sure you put an exclamation point after it. And you'll be our 6th ever winner of Willard Off-Road Bingo after hundreds of Willard Off-Road videos. And we've had 5 winners. So you can do it. And you can come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord. That was very timely, and that worked out really well. There is also a link to that in the description down below, but it's also on your screen for a few seconds more. And if you're part of the Discord and you are playing the game, or you own the game that we are playing on the platform we are playing it, when we are recording a community video like this, or doing a community live stream, you are welcome to join. We would love to have you, but even if you're not on that platform, or you're a little shy and you don't want to be in videos or live streams, you should still join. We have 300-ish, I think it's like 320 now, I don't know. Members, kind of a quiet Discord server, not one of those that it's like you blink and you are now days behind in conversation because there's so many people. It's not like that. We have a smaller community. I have a smaller YouTube channel, so it's a smaller community. And I kind of like that, you know, that you can kind of scroll through and catch up and join in and see what's been going on. And we would love to have you join us as well. And then, what was the other thing? There was one more thing I was going to mention. Oh, yeah. There is a members-only version of Willard Off-Road where you can see the outtakes and shenanigans and just the behind-the-scenes stuff, and that's what it's called, behind-the-scenes. And that exists for all of our community videos. And you can head down to the description down below for more information on how you can become a channel supporter to gain access to that ad-free, no ads at all, less edited, more fun version of Willard Off-Road. So we're making our final little push up to the side, and this has just been pretty much effortless. You know, a little bit of understeer because of the snow and the front tires not wanting to really work, but we're up 248.23. So Willard Off-Road, yeah, did great. I was really pleased with it. Had to wait till sunrise. It got a little dark, but man, what a beautiful sunrise it is. Look at that. Sven joined us, so we now have 2 support vehicles coming in. So let's talk stats. At 248.23, out of the 82 vehicles that we have tested in the snow, this one is number 7. Okay, now I have to know, is it number 7 in both the snow and I am pulling up the spreadsheet right now. Maybe... No, it's actually number 5 in regular conditions. Wow, okay. So it is, in terms of being tested in the snow, it is 1.85 seconds slower than the Nagasaki VF400, and it is 0.8 of a second faster than the Maibatsu Manchester Scout C. So it's sandwiched in between a couple of dirt bikes. In the emergency class in the snow, it is first out of 5th. It is 1 minute... 19.73 seconds faster. Wow, people just went flying on the screen there. But 1 minute 19.73 seconds faster than the Albany Police Road Cruiser that you can't get in online, but it is in the game. And using single player mods, I spawned it in once upon a time many years ago to test it out. And then after the road cruiser, all the other emergency vehicles DNF, including the one that we just saw a moment ago. And in the terms of Agents of Sabotage update, this is the first out of 2. You saw the other one a minute ago, so there is no faster than because the other one DNF'd. Got a little bit overzealous there. That was a little bit of a combination of me pushing it beyond where I should have, and the suspension of the Terminus being a little bit bouncy. I'm going to go 50-50 blame on that. But at least it didn't roll, and it was easy to get back under control, and I can drive down the mountain and get back on the trail without any drama. I mean, the thing doesn't really look any worse for wear, so we're pretty good. Comparing this to the civilian version that we tested in the dry, the civilian version in dry conditions was 27.65 seconds faster, which is about right. In the snow is anywhere from 5 to 30 seconds, usually in the top tier cars. It just depends on if they're all-wheel drive and what type of off-road traction loss they have and all that good stuff. So Hobo couldn't get the jump done because it was trucking the way, so he decided to kill a biker instead. Hobo, that doesn't seem to be like a very nice thing to do. So this is our first week of Willard Off-Road in the snow. We have 3 more weeks remaining. Next week the cars are already done. However, that leaves 2 weeks of Willard Off-Road in the snow that we are going to be doing, and I will gladly take your suggestions via the comments of vehicles that you would like to see us test. I prefer that it be something from Agents of Sabotage or Bottom Dollar Bounties, or at least a more recent DLC. There is a spreadsheet in the linked in the description down below that shows you all of the vehicles that we have tested, as well as for Willard Regular, Willard Off-Road. It's also broken down by class, and then of course by snow, and then it's broken down per DLC. So you can check that to see that snow tab, what vehicles we have tested. Oh my god, that was some air. Wow. And leave a comment if there's something you really want to see us test in Willard Off-Road in the snow. I will definitely take your comments into consideration and try to accommodate those. I'll talk to the community about them and get their feedback, and we'll see. But this is not a guarantee, but your suggestions, your comments will definitely carry some weight because you took the time to leave a comment, and I greatly appreciate that. Because, and I know every YouTuber says it, but comments and likes do truly help a video get seen by more people. Check this out. I did not think I was going to be able to get over the woodpile. I didn't think I had enough speed, but this thing just hopped right over, and then I'm kind of stuck. But we're down 1 minute 34 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Terminus Patrol. Most of the windows and lights are gone. The right rear door is missing. The bumpers are damaged. They're both kind of, either that front bull bar as well as the rear bumper are both kind of boingy boingy all over the place. The doors in the hood won't close. It has bent wheels, and there's minor body damage. It's crinkled here and there. We'll take a look at our sport vehicles from the front rear and then from the rear front. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about. And I want to say thank you for watching the first episode of Willard Off-Road in the Snow for 2024. We have, like I said, 3 more coming that'll span into the new year. But I also want to wish you happy holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate it any, well, happy last week of 2024. There's a million things you could have watched. You chose my video, and I appreciate that. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.